All right, had a really good practice, got everybody back in. They had a couple days of break there after our open week, and feel like we've gotten everybody fresh and everybody as healthy as we're going to get at this point, and raring to go, into this next game.
What do you think the team was mentally following what happened down at Miami? You had kind of a week to recover from that.
I think they're anxious to get back out on the field and play. I really do. I think they were disappointed with what happened, and got all that out of their system this past week, and I think they're anxious to get back out on the field and play football.
You said last week that you were going to have some competition at kicker, make a decision this Thursday. How about deep snapper? You've had some issues there.
Yeah, I mean we've got competition there too. I mean we had we didn't have an issue until that game, and then we had an issue. But guy was in a funk, didn't do well, and he's bounced back well and has had good practices. So we'll see what happens.
As far as grabbing the starting kicker spot, is that still up for grabs this whole week, or was that decided last week?
Nope, still up. Still up. We're going to continue doing what we're doing until Thursday, and then we'll make a decision.
Does Freeman Jones factor into that at all?
No, he's redshirt.
Are you pulling any red shirts of this? I mean, are you done with that possibility at this point in the season?
Yeah, we haven't talked about pulling any red shirts at this point, so I think we're probably going to be unless something drastic happens, I think we're okay.
What have you seen between Thomas and Nick just past week competition?
I mean they're out there in front of the whole team competing, and they're going head to head. I mean one after another in live situations, and we've had quite a few kicks in front of the team, and it's been good competition.
So much does that weigh on you guys? The fact that beyond 40 yards, beyond 35 yards, really, it's been dicey for y'all.
Yeah.
How much does that?
It doesn't really weigh on me until I get into the game. It's not something that I really sit around and worry about. I mean, I really feel like we put a guy out there and he'll knock it in. I mean, I really do. So, I mean, it's that position. You just got to have some confidence. That's all there is to it.
Do those guys have confidence today?
I think so. Yeah.
Coach, you got a short turnaround week after this game. So you got 2 games in a 10-day period. Did you have y'all prep for Duke any? Maybe not with the team, but with the coaching staff to kind of get it?
No, we're not in that position really. We've got to put all of our focus on Pitt. They're a good football team. I mean, they got, I guess, the leading rusher in the country. With the tailback. I mean, he's a big 6'2", 250-pound bruising guy that can go. They lead him with a 270-pound fullback. They are really big up front in the offensive line. I mean, quarterback's doing a nice job. I think he's the second leading rusher on the team. Then you got the Boyd kid who makes all kind of plays out at wide receiver for him. So we got our work cut out for us to get ready for this game. We haven't looked on ahead, I assure you.
You and Coach Cunning talked Wednesday about tweaking some of the scheme defensively. How much have you guys done? Are you pleased with what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean they've tweaked some things for this game. I mean, you're playing a different style of offense this week. But it was a little bit more similar towards what Miami tried to do. But they are totally committed to running the football and being physical up front, and hitting you with a play action pass when you commit everybody.
How significant of a challenge is it for you guys specifically against the run that 2 of the last 3 weeks you've seen probably the 2 best running backs in the conference?
I mean, it's pretty significant. I mean, I don't know if you can go into the game and say you're going to stop the run. I mean, we have to control the run. We have to be effective. We've got to force them into third downs, and then we got to get off the field on third down.
You also said how much difference is there preparing for a running back like Connor that will run over you, through you, really physical guys, opposed to maybe someone that's a little bit smaller, big play?
Yeah, I mean it's different. I mean you have to come with a mentality of you're going to match the physicality. If you don't, you're going to get embarrassed.
You also said last week that it was an opportunity for some guys to get some extra reps and see what they can do. Can you share with us anybody that may have stepped forward and took advantage of that opportunity?
Well, I think it was really good for a kid like Casey Collins and You know, I mean, those young guys, all those young guys that we got a bunch of reps with, both on offense and defense, I mean, they all benefited from it. And you know, I mean, those guys are making more and more plays, and you expect them to play better, especially at this point in the season. So, I mean, I think it was really good for all of them.
TJ was saying that there was a little bit more conditioning in practice last week with this bye week that you guys were able to have. What kind of drills can you actually do in practice that you don't normally get to do because of the bye week?
TJ,
Logan.
Well, I mean, you know, when you're not putting in a game plan, you're going back and you're doing more of your fundamental drills that you don't get to do because of time commitment, you know, in a regular week. So you're able to emphasize and spend more time on basic fundamentals. I mean, it's different for every position, but you're really able to, instead of maybe hitting it one time a week during a normal, you know, week where you're game planning, you're able to hit it 2 to 3 times during that week.
The offense struggled, obviously. I mean, what signs did you see from the bye week for getting back on track?
Well, I mean, the signs, you know, I don't know what signs. I mean, I would say more that, you know, the kids are hungry to get back out there. I mean, they know they didn't play well in that last one, and they don't like the taste in their mouth because of it. And I think they're anxious to get back out there and play football the way they can.
Pitt has struggled defensively a little bit here recently. What is it about their defense that actually concerns you based on what you guys actually did?
Well, what concerns me is that they're very well coached. They're going to be very sound in everything they do. They're not a fancy football team. They're not bringing blitzes from all over the place. They're not you know, multiple fronts and like some of the teams that we've played. They're going to get in their base fronts and they're going to play football. They're going to be very sound. They're going to tackle well. They're going to be where they're supposed to be in coverage and in their run fits, and they're going to make you beat them. You know, so you know, we have to execute on offense to be able to do that. We have to get back to playing football the way we play it.
What's happened with them in the last few weeks? Do you have an explanation for why they've struggled the way they have?
No, not really. I mean, I couldn't tell you that.
Anybody else?
Coach, talking to your guys and trying to get their heads, you know, the reality of what the record is right now, I'm sure you aspire for more, they aspire for more. To convince them that, that there's still meat on the bone and to make the best of this, do you have to dig deep into your bag?
You know, not really. Not really. I mean, it's you know, this is you only get so many opportunities to play this game, and first of all, you know, you work all year. I mean, it's a full-time, 365-day go to work to get 14 opportunities or 12 opportunities, and I mean, you're playing at home. We're running out of time. We're down to about 10 practices left in this season, and only so many opportunities that you go out there and do the thing you love. So, you know, you prepare as hard as you can. You go out and you play with great pride, and you play to go out there and win a football game.
What games did you watch on Saturday?
I didn't watch any of them from start to finish. I watched a little bit of TCU Baylor. I watched a little bit of the Georgia Tech, NC State. I watched a little bit of Alabama, LSU. Watched a little bit of A&M Oregon. I mean A&M and Auburn. Whatever was on, I watched a little bit of all of them actually.
With Romar's situation, I guess that's been banged up. Kind of what's your feeling about your depth of the tailback?
Well, it's not what we had, you know, and so it's you know, TJ Logan and Chris Francis and you know, Brunson has been preparing, and we've gotten, you know, last year we got into a situation where we worked Damian Washington and some reps back there, and we've done the same thing, and his recall was really good, so he can do some things for us back there also.
Is it going to change, I mean, other than finding bodies, does it change anything in what you do as far as being a little short-handed back there?
No, not really.
How you use them or anything like that?
No, not really.
We good?
All right, thank y'all.
Thanks,
This is here.